All right, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Business Blast podcast. I'm your host, Tyler Wagner, and today's sponsor is Flipboard. Flipboard curates the world's stories so you can be smarter in your work, life, and play. Choose from thousands of topics to personalize Flipboard and get the latest stories from the best publishers and experts delivered to you 24/7. So you can get started now at flipboard.com. And now let's jump into the episode. All right, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Business Blast podcast. I'm your host, Tyler Wagner. Today I have a good friend of mine, Josh Rutherford, with us. He is an American fantasy fiction author, best known for his best-selling book, Kinghood. He has spent years mastering a variety of genres with his screenplays, short stories, and novels. So welcome to the show, man.
Thank you, Tyler. Thank you for having me.
Of course, man. Grateful to have you here. So, Josh, the first question we ask on this show is, what is the best story from your life that has an underlying valuable message?
Oh, wow. That, as a writer, is very difficult for me to narrow down. So I'm going to go with the most recent one. About a year ago, actually January 12th of 2018, I was laid off from my job. And the same day, my second son was born. And I kid you not, just the tornado that has happened, not literally, figuratively, that has happened in my life with all the changes that have gone on in my life and the life of my family has been just so overwhelming. But what's kept me so grounded is knowing that my two boys at home, 3 years, and the other one 10 months now, and my wife have been just my Gibraltar, my rock, my pillar of strength. And having them support me through all I've been through with my job layoff, with finding a new job, with moving to a different city, and with all my novel writing processes going on simultaneously, they've been the bedrock that has allowed me to continue on.
And then what is the most valuable piece of information we should know that's within your expertise or industry?
Yeah, definitely. Aside from my day job, I would say that book writing has definitely taken up the core of my past, 5, 10, 15 years even. And I've gone through different phases and different cycles of that as well, too. And with the publishing industry, as you know, Tyler, it's constantly evolving. And I would say being open to receiving all that new information is paramount to your growth as an author, not only in how you write, but also in how your message is getting out there to the world.
And then what is your best piece of overall business advice, so not necessarily industry specific?
I would say my best piece of business advice is to constantly adapt, learn, and grow. It doesn't seem that in this day and age that there's any room for those that are stagnant. You have to continually evolve and reassess yourself, and most importantly, pivot when things aren't working out. It's that evolution which I think so many businesses are looking for nowadays.
And then if you could give your younger self one piece of advice, what would that be?
Try everything once. Just travel, move to New York City, move to LA, work for a company where you think you're going to fail, challenge yourself, just give everything a try and hope for the best.
And then in your opinion, kind of going down a different path, in your opinion, what is the key to happiness?
That's a good one, man. And my question and my answer to that question is going to change every single time I'm asked. Definitely, I'm going to answer that right now and say that the key is to be fulfilled and not relying on your external circumstances, but being really at peace, having that inner strength within yourself.
Mm-hmm. And then what is the best book that you've read, and what was the number one thing you learned from it?
Oh, goodness. I'd say from an educational standpoint, one book that was critical in my growth was Wonder Book. That was written by this prolific steampunk author, and he really did a deep dive into the process of writing, but also how to develop your voice as an author. And it was just so enlightening to hear that, especially from someone who did it himself. So that was very instrumental in my growth and learning.
And then what is your favorite quote and why?
Ooh, my favorite quote. It's All My Fault by Tom Bilyeu.
Awesome, brother. Well, listen, thank you so much for coming on, man. It was an honor having you on the show. The last question I got for you is, where can our audience best find you online?
Yeah, definitely. I'm on Facebook. My handle is author JKR, my initials, Joshua Kenneth Rutherford. You can also find me at my website, www.authorjkr.net. And of course, you can find my books and myself on Amazon.
Perfect, brother. Thanks again for coming on.
All right. Thanks, Tyler. Appreciate it. Have a good one.